Hey guys, this seems to be like a string of food things. I've done like 3 so far. I don't know, maybe it goes into my psychology or something. But I got randomly reminded seeing 2 of my videos. Well, 2 of the rants I recorded, 4 videos. I got randomly reminded of how different regions claim they have the best whatever, and that there is nothing better than X. Like Texas barbecue versus North Carolina versus Tennessee versus like all that. Or California pizza versus New York pizza versus Chicago style pizza. Things like that. And I'm gonna say right now, it's all nummy. There. They're all the best. Y'all win. Happy? Yeah, that kind of thing actually pisses me off. It drives me a little crazy. Like, first of all, the Chicago versus New York style pizza. Um, I'm sorry, but they're 2 different animals. Our pizza is flat and it's kind of closer to the original pizza. I'm not saying that's better or worse. I'm just saying it's closer to the original. While California pizza is kind of like a hybrid between either a cake or a lasagna and a pizza, like the 2 of them had a baby. Um, so it's like a completely different animal. So they really shouldn't be even competing because they're not even in the same category. Um, Admittedly, I have a bias to New York pizza. Not in the sense of I like it better than Chicago style, because I probably love Chicago style, but in the sense of it is the pizza I grew up on, and I really like it. Um, but that's just it. I mean, I love any kind of barbecue. I've had Texas barbecue. I've had North Carolina barbecue. I haven't had Tennessee barbecue yet, or a Kansas barbecue. Sorry, Kansas barbecue. I apologize for my faux pas there, but I would like to. And it's really all very tasty. Barbecue is good no matter how you do it because it's meat, and for me, meat is yummy. And and no, I'm not going to say backyard barbecuing. I know that's technically grilling. I do have a little bit of food knowledge. I do like it, but I'm never going to say that's an actual barbecue. At least not when I'm actually talking about food proper. It really comes down to what you prefer and finding out the best. Penn and Teller did a bullshit episode on this, and honestly, they had it right. The best doesn't really exist because it's so subjective. For me, the best burger I've ever had was what my dad made. For someone else, it's McDonald's. For one person, the best frozen coffee they ever had was McDonald's. Another one, it was Starbucks. I personally think coffee is disgusting, so there is no such thing as the best coffee for me. The one that made me throw up the least, maybe? I don't know. The best cookies are the ones that I made myself for me, or the ones my dad made when I was a kid. For others, it's Chips Ahoy. This actually happened. My dad made homemade cookies, and one of my nieces went, "No, real cookies," and she meant Chips Ahoy, of all things. She outgrew that, I promise, but that was pretty funny. But that for her was the best, while for me it was the homemade stuff. Those were the real cookies, not the Chips Ahoy. I like Chips Ahoy, don't get me wrong, but homemade's a bit better. Um, you know, Best restaurant I ever went to, one of the best restaurants I go to is a restaurant down the road from me that, serves steaks and stuff, and it's really good. For someone else, it's some fancy place in the city that, serves really fancy schmancy stuff. Um, it really depends on your taste. It also depends on what you're doing at the time in a weird way. Like, for me, the best times are the ones I'm spending with my family or my friends. The best, I mean, the main reason that particular restaurant is one of the best right now is because I got to introduce like 3 of my friends to it that had never eaten there before. And 2 of them have either lived in my area for their whole life or had just moved there and didn't even know this existed. So it was kind of fun to show them a place that I really like. Or going to Friendlies. I love Friendlies. With my friends, that actually made it a lot better unless somebody does something to ruin the experience, and then, it's not the best eating experience anymore. The food doesn't taste as good because, I think things are connected to your emotions in that sense. It's all psychological and psychosomatic and all that crap, but it really is subjective what is the best and what is the worst. At the same time, I'm never going to tell someone that they have to like something because I think it's the best, or not like something because I think it's the worst. I'll do like a more proper rant on that at some point, but you get the idea. It's kind of more along the lines of, I really do not understand the whole mentality behind, having the best or having the worst. It's more along the lines of, what do you like, what do you not like. Yeah, this is getting like really an awkward rant, but that's just me. I just really do not I really do not understand that at all. Just, there is really no best, there really is no worst. There's only, there's only Zola. Okay, there's my obligatory Ghostbusters joke for the channel. There's only what you like and don't like. Otherwise, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about at the moment. In case you haven't noticed, a lot of these rants are very off the cuff, and I try to do them in one take, so that's why there's a lot of umming, eyeing, and pauses, and awkwardness. I figure, do as many as possible and practice, and maybe I'll get the hang of this at some point in my life.